over like this, that's dirty clothes. They look like that's dirty clothes, baby.
Hey man, shit. Let's see. But see, that's the thing though. That's real. That's real life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I got 2 fucking kids. I'm happy there's gonna be this much goddamn laundry right now.
I need adult supervision all the time.
So somebody said, who needs me?
Exactly. Like literally at work, they offered to work from home. I was like, nah, I don't trust myself. I'm being honest with y'all. Don't do that. Y'all trying to set me up to get fired.
I will be in a Best Buy. Like, don't do
bro.
Like, where are you, Dave and Buster's? I'm getting them numbers done. Don't worry.
Hey, I got it done. Don't ask how.
Exactly.
Literally,
as long as it's done, fuck you mean.
Bro, I would literally be at McDonald's on the Wi-Fi. Yo, what's good?
Oh hell no!
It doesn't look like your home. Bitch. I'm where there's
dying.
What's going on, everybody? My fault. I ain't mean to cut y'all off.
Nah, you good?
Hey, what you got?
Oh, I ain't doing too bad, man. How about yourself?
You like he's doing good right now.
Oh, my fault. He say?
Looks like he's doing good right now.
Oh, my man got the steamroller, old school
yeah.
joint.
Hey, look.
Oh, that's back in the days with the homes and shit. Oh,
I had to, you know what I'm saying? Had to make it do what it do, baby. You know what I mean?
Hey,
God damn.
Hey, take a toke from me, man.
That's bringing it back. Love it.
I like how everybody's lighting up.
Right? Like, everybody's lighting up. Like, I love it.
all I got is edible.
What's good, Ran? All right, so.
We live.
Yeah,
Okay,
we live.
now.
We've been live, man. Yeah,
Right.
It's conversations, man. See, but this is what I think another thing that I really want to talk about. A lot of people nowadays, because social media is so accessible, people are the most distant, and it's baffling.
Yeah.
True.
It's basically like putting a candy bar in front of a kid. And like before, it was just cell phones, but now it's just like just having the accessibility of just I don't gotta leave out my house to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, I could sit down in my pajamas late at night and just be trying to kick it, and you ain't gotta leave out the house. Going out with the homies.
Yeah, true.
True.
It kind of remind me of.
Go ahead.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead. No, I was saying like it kind of remind me of like why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like if I can talk to somebody like in Japan, then I literally don't have to go out my house and you know what I'm saying actually have that person to person interaction.
Facts.
It's
Yeah.
it's cool, but it's a weird trade-off because I mean you can talk to people all across the world and whatnot, but at the same time, it kind of eliminates the whole vibe between when you're talking to person, if that makes sense.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, in this day and age, man. Matter of fact, the last 2 years, I can say for sure, we've been at restaurants, and me and my girlfriend sitting there just having a conversation, and we look up, and 2 people on a date just sitting there texting the entire time, sending memes to each other.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there baffled. Like, are you dead ass?
Yeah.
Because it's the more you had, the more accessible something is, the more out of touch people get.
Well, it's easier to, have conversations like via text or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, whatever it is. It's different when you're in that person's face and you gotta see their reactions, all that stuff.
I have a bad
it's
experience with
different
that
because you can tell a nigga suck my dick online. You tell that nigga suck my dick in person, he liable to beat the shit out you.
You can log off. You can log off and don't come back on for 3 days.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think it was Mike Tyson who said this. The internet has gotten a lot of people way too comfortable saying shit that will get them punched in the mouth. Like,
that's true.
That's just all there is to it. And if Mike Tyson says that, I'm not going to fucking argue.
True.
I don't want that smoke. I'm cool.
That's the person I will never talk shit about online.
It's crazy that y'all bring up Mike because I was literally watching something on YouTube the other day, And it was literally Mike Tyson teaching somebody how to his slipping technique, the peekaboo slip.
The Dempsey dodge. Dude, that shit's
so fluid. Oh my, it's so fluid. It is so. That's what made me fall in love with what the fuck is that anime?
Hajime
no Ippo. That's what made me fall in love with that shit. When I seen him actually using the peekaboo technique,
the Dempsey roll, son.
The Dempsey roll.
Oh my God, whenever he pull that shit out, dog, is
yes.
Oh, you don't.
Especially when the nigga start blocking in the first, like I can block it. Then that nigga guard get broken, and you hear that first hit, boom, boom, boom. Hey,
that manga educated me as to how I got knocked out one time because this dude barely hit me, but I was like,
that counterpunch your ass, didn't
on the chin. Like that was what it was. It only takes a little bit.
That little one
counterpunch on the chin.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, clicks your brain. I learned that shit. That's why I don't even fight people. If somebody's really want to fight me, I ask them one question: what color is the fluffy pink dress? And when they say what, and their mouth is open, as fast as my body will let me, I slap upwards, click their jaw, knock them complete unconscious.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
He's like, he about to write that bit down.
I am too
I know, right?
fighting these young motherfuckers.
Ask him a question.
See me. I always been the counter fighter, so I always like to wait for somebody to throw a punch, slip, bang. It's the easiest way to knock it. It's the easiest way to knock somebody out because they didn't see it. They thinking they're gonna hit you. You slip the punch right here, they out.
See,
if I had to describe my style of, I would say kind of like Kimbo Slice. Like, yeah, you're gonna hit me, but I'm gonna fuck your whole day up. I don't give a shit.
See, that's
like ultra ego.
I'm gonna feel the pain later, but I'm winning this. Unless I don't win this. That has happened.
Unless it really is like ultra ego and I get Vegeta. Yes.
You start getting feeling good about yourself. You wake up 40 minutes later. All your friends was like,
we thought you had them. You could have jumped in.
Good for a minute.
It's like it reminds me of like the tuning exams. When literally Naruto was literally like scared for Sasuke and then goes to beat the shit out of the nigga he was scared that Sasuke was gonna get killed by.
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Sasuke just sitting there looking like
I ain't gonna lie, they had us in the first round, coach. I ain't gonna lie.
That's right.
That's when you got to benches reevaluate life. Like, oh damn.
But that goes back to what I was saying about accountability, right? Because that's what the whole stream is basically around: accountability and responsibility, because the two go hand in hand. If you don't hold yourself accountable, you will never be responsible. If you don't hold yourself responsible, you'll never be accountable.
That's true.
Very true.
It's one of those catch-22 situations where they both coincide. So with that being said, you used to, when you say something to somebody that you knew was out of pocket, when they punched you in your face, they won't know when they hit me. They should have. Fuck you crying to me for?
Right.
Yeah,
I definitely had to eat a punch or two I deserved. Like that's like, I'm an outlandish person, so like sometimes outlandish shit happens. You know what I mean? Like there's no other way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's where I fucked up with my little brothers though, because they'll go out and talk shit. I'm gonna get my big brother say, my little big brother get you. I'm like, bro, I ain't had nothing to do with this, and I gotta go out there and fight because this dude's like my age. I'm like, dude, I can't. I have no choice but to do this. If I don't, my mom's gonna get my ass. So,
but see, no, what you do is, BDV, you know what you do in that situation? After you finish whooping their ass, you beat your brother's ass.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah,
you beat the shit out of them, nigga. Look, don't ever put me in a situation like this.
Nah,
that's right.
No,
fuck is wrong with you? You only call me when it's life or
ignorant
death,
as all hell. He would go there the next day with his eye black and the guy's eye black. Told you my big brother can whoop your ass.
Oh, so he's just a little instigator.
Yeah, he'll instigate shit. He'd be like, yeah, I bet you won't do that shit again. He'll keep talking shit. I'm like,
it's
bro,
like
I'm literally standing right beside you.
Bro,
like
he's writing checks like your ass is fucking Elon Musk. You own Tesla and shit with the kind of checks he's trying to cash.
That's why he in trouble the way he is now these days. I'm like, fuck.
But that's because, but you didn't know what you didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it comes with being accountable of it, bro. You're not the same person. So if you're not the same person, you holding yourself to a standard that you frankly can never adhere to. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
You trying to hold yourself to that's
though,
like it's like the main character of a manga, right? It's like if they know the ending of the manga, you know what I'm saying? Then
story
they're
don't
gonna
make a
look at
difference.
certain shit differently. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why they're written to be scaled down to when they get to that such power, they know that it's only to be used in a last resort.
Like some Spider-Man type shit. With great power comes great responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man, the fucked up thing, Spider-Man has never in the
Been
history
responsible?
of his entirety used his full strength until he was taken over by Dr. Ock. And Dr. Octopus literally, while in his body, literally punched Rhino's jaw clean off of his body.
Oh.
And was like, oops.
Nah,
I didn't know how. He was basically like, I didn't know Peter had it in him. Goddamn, boy.
No, he did worse. I remember this one time in the comic, I'm about to say manga. Kingpin actually hurt Aunt May, and Spider-Man went to him without the suit on, and whooped him, and then
with
took
his
him
tiny
to the prison.
whities on, right?
Yeah, took him to the prison in front of all the villains there, and told them y'all could get the same thing too, and continue to whoop Kingpin's ass. While telling them all the ways he could have killed him throughout all the years.
Yep. Dude, he was like, the one thing you don't do to Spider-Man, fuck with Aunt May. Just like the one thing you don't do to Superman, fuck with Lois Lane.
He said Spider-Man doesn't kill, but Peter Parker will.
I love it.
Real talk.
That's why that's my nigga.
Real talk, man. Hey, if somebody is mad and they want to fight me in them skivvies, hey, you know what, bro? You got it. You got it. I ain't trying to fight you. If you fight the tiny whiteys, hey, I ain't about that life, bro. I ain't about that life.
The fact that you wear tidy whiteys, my nigga, you just some breeze.
Bro, I don't want to get knocked out with that nigga standing over me in tidy whiteys. I don't know what happened between that time. I don't want to.
Right?
I just want to know how it started so I can never do that stupid ass shit again.
Like that ass.
But so I guess you're wondering how we find ourselves here. Right? It's like, no, we gotta learn from this. And that's the thing though, like everybody, just to pull it back into the hurting people, hurt people, like that everybody has that thing, that line, you know what I mean? Like I got my kids, you know what I mean? Like you can I would never, it wouldn't go well, you know what I mean, if you like made fun of my wife, but like I'm not like, but the second you say something about my kids, it's like remorseless. Like that's the only thing in my life you cannot touch. Like I'll be mad about my wife. I will be a villain for my children. Like there's a difference, you know what I mean? Like, and I think everybody has that line, and it's the internet has blurred that because everybody's such a badass anime protagonist on the internet. Motherfucker sitting there like, they're counting against me. I can feel them.
Right.
It is I. I'm so much stronger than them.
Come to rescue
my 120 followers. Like it's like these dudes really be on this shit, and it's hard because you can see it. You can see the people where these numbers matter. Like one of the reasons I respect Dustin above a lot of other people is because those numbers really don't fucking matter to him. It's about what he does and how he does what he does for him. Like, and I respect that shit to the nth degree. Like, he's been in streams with people with hundreds of thousands of shit. He could have played the game and gotten a lot like bigger or whatever, number wise. But like, every time he's gotten to $3 grand, he's like, "No, I'm done. Just fuck it." Like he'll stop making videos for a week. He's like, "I'm done with that shit." And now that he's doing his own thing, I feel like he's just a happier fucking person. Whenever I see him like online, I see the videos that he puts out for his music. That shit sounds clean. It's getting tight, really well put together. He's finding his fucking vibe, and that's the shit more people need to do. They need to put away the easy path that's been laid before them and start like hacking through some bushes for their own way. And like that's one of the reasons I Dustin's got my respect, because that's what he's doing. Like I'm not saying the rap game is like, you know, nobody does that, but I'm saying like he's taking his path. You know what I mean? And the rap game's hard as fuck. It's harder to get into than the One Piece shit. Like I got into that in a heartbeat. We've all been in fucking streams with people with hundreds of thousands of fucking blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but see that's for me. But see that's why for me, it was never about that. That's like I said, for like the same like, for everything that you just said, Vallen. You know, what I mean, for the same exact reasons. That's why I have nothing but respect for them. You know what I'm saying? But you also have to look at with sometimes searching for that sometimes what I mean, when you chasing that dragon, you can be chasing it for a good reason, but sometimes when you're chasing that dragon, you end up getting lost.
Oh yeah, man.
And with you and sometimes in you chasing to get to the top, you end up having to spit on people, or what I mean, unintentionally spit on people that what I'm saying will be the ones that will be helping you when you fall, because like the law of gravity states, man, anything that comes up has got to come down.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
works.
That's
you know what I'm saying? That's just how it works.
Or you're not losing yourself on the path there.
Yeah. But that's why you need good people around you. And usually, well, I don't know if you guys are religious or anything, but usually God, puts, the right people that needs to be around you. Now, whether or not you keep them around you is a different story, but he puts them there for you, good people that can keep you grounded and stuff,
That's fair. But nowadays, too many people got, how do I put this? Too many people think that they have the right people around them because the devil's got a slippery tongue. Like,
that's true too.
That's true too. They're going to tell you everything you'd love to hear and have been waiting for them to tell you just so they can have you.
But see, that's the thing. But you know what, Vallen? That also tells you how you know it's bullshit.
A lot of people ain't got that.
No,
a lot of people are so continue. Sorry.
No, you're right. But I'm saying that's also how another way you can help distinguish from the facts from the fiction, because what in any fiction, any form of reality, is everything peachy all the time.
Infinite Tsukuyomi.
Yeah.
That is an answer. That's an answer. Correct answer number one.
But even in the Infinite Tsukuyomi, even in the Infinite Tsukuyomi, right? It was still things that they had to overcome in that, in their parallel universe, right? It was easier. It was always gonna go that way for them, but they still had to at least try. You know what I'm saying? They had to at least. It was something like, well, I want to be Hokage, but there's somebody else that's a rival towards you, so you got to be stronger than them. And it pushes you to your.
Well, you had to call Kiba out like that, though.
Yeah, Kiba.
Hey, look,
that's my favorite. That's my whole favorite character in Naruto. You usually had to throw that right on the all.
Kiba out of everybody there. You choose Kiba.
I mean, I respect it.
That's the difference between me and like everybody else. I get a favorite character. I've been a Pacers fan since the early 90s. Okay, I've been a Cowboys fan since the same period. I got one favorite team. I got one favorite character. And that's why I like Yen. But all my people suck. Like I'll admit that. All the people I like are being like chunk. Like,
don't worry about it. One day I'm gonna make it. I'm your favorite person.
Right? Better. I need one. Goddamn.
Man, but see, like I said, but another thing that happens is we tend to be in the echo chamber of everybody who's gonna tell you everything that you want to hear, because that's what I'm saying. That's how you can tell the fact from the fiction, because when reality hits you, you don't like that shit.
No,
true.
Well, that's the difference.
You don't always like the truth, but if you have somebody that's willing to tell you the truth, no matter what the consequences might be, because they genuinely want to help you and care about you, and you shit on that person because you in your feelings.
That right there.
Because you don't want to, because you can't take accountability and say, damn, let me look at it from your point of view. I know how I can see it from my point of view. I did nothing wrong. But let me see it from your point of view. Let me empathize. Let me humanize you.
And there it is. That's the thing. The dehumanization of the individual. That is, I think that's like the repugnant center of this like growth and this catalytic shift in human perspective, is that it's been dehumanized. Okay, as the white person here, we all know that black people were dehumanized, like forever, and now they're trying to bring.
He's being the scapegoat because of his skin color, and he has.
Like, you can see the confusion on my face, right? I'm like, wait.
No, BDV, nigga, listen. I know. I was like, because Vallen has a way of speaking, right?
Mhm.
That he'll suck you into what he's saying, and you'll be like, "Hold up." You know, you be nodding your head because it's like, yeah, that's some real shit. Then wait a minute, hold up, you're not white. The fuck is wrong
He
with
had
you?
me. He had me.
Yeah,
First half. I
you
was
did
like,
carving
yeah.
against jitsu.
I was
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
I know,
hold
right?
Like my face tells on myself every time. I can't.
Let's just
Same
say
here,
I
same
spent a
here.
lot of time with the devil and I learned a few tricks, but the Lord took me anyway.
See. The only time you can use that when we get stopped by the police, but not around us.
What is the problem, officer? Well, I want your manager.
Yo,
Exactly.
yo, Vallen probably got the illest code switch ever, yo. I swear. I
Bro.
swear, yo.
Ain't no way.
I swear, because when you look at Vallen, you would think everybody around him is white. But then when you
Yeah.
really know Vallen, you see all of the people that's around him are colored, you know, like people with some melanin in his system. You're like, wait a minute, he part of the usual suspects.
He's
It was just
undercover.
like me. I was the nerdy looking kid. So when even though I was the real one that was going, that you need to be looking out for, you worried about the dude that's sagging his pants in front of you. Me, the person that got his pants pulled up, you know what I'm saying, glasses on, you know what I mean, looking like nothing but a pure citizen, ready to knock your whole shit off. Like you just don't know.
That's
You
how
just
it be.
don't know. Because what people don't
Yeah.
realize, all warfare is based in deception.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And
Sunset, baby.
that brings it to my overarching theme is it is a war against genders right now. There's a war against women
is.
that have a war against men,
It
and men
is.
have this burning desire to fuck over women because hurt people hurt people.
True.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Misery
Because
loves
what
company.
happens is you have a guy who's a good guy who does everything he's supposed to do, the quote unquote the fairy book, stuff that everybody sees on rom-coms, right? And then the reality of it is, women don't want that shit. They're gonna look at you like you a fucking simp, and all you do is get, like, you get no bitches because all you do is just, and don't no woman. I don't give a fuck who she is. Don't no woman want a man that no woman wants. You just don't. You don't. A woman. I don't care who you are. A woman has to at least see women have been interested in you for them to even take an interest in you.
And the thing about that is lizard brain.
It is
deep. No, it's not like an insult. It's a human condition. It's called the lizard brain. It's that thing that when you walk up from a dark basement and you're 1000% positive there's a demon behind you, so you skirt the last few steps at 1,000 times. That's your lizard brain telling you that you're in danger because there's darkness behind you and you can't see behind you. That's an innate thing because we used to die in the dark.
That's
like
the
just
devil.
as a people, like cougar, jaguar, what the fuck ever, just
True. Okay.
That's true. But
True.
see, that goes back to all warfare is deception.
And
It's
to
nighttime. So certain predators who would have a better advantage, who would be more advantageous during the night, have vision so they can see during the night.
That's true.
Because they adapt. Because their survival instincts kick in and say, hold up, we need to be responsible and try to figure out what's going on, and let's counter the problem. Same way with fishes that live at the bottom of the sea. They don't have any eyes. Why? Because they evolved not to need them. Because they were under the sea, so they'll never use them. Because their body said, well, that's energy that we're putting towards something that we don't need.
Yeah, I mean, and to piggyback too, like the fish at the bottom of the sea and the bottom of the ocean is ugly as fuck too. So they like, look, I don't need bright colors. I don't need to look pretty to attract a mate. I just need some big ass teeth so I can survive and so I can carry on and whatnot. Like
and see nowadays,
subscribe to you.
Every date down there is a blind date.
I'm not Vallen. You good, bro? I don't care about nothing like that, man.
No, I just didn't realize. Like I've been on like 15 of your damn streams and shit, and I
know. But that's what I said, man. It's just like a lot of times we need that glue that's gonna keep everybody together. And I try, and me being the person that I am, I'm very antisocial. I hate being around the people. I don't like being around large groups of crowds because me being where I, growing up where I used to, group homes, juvenile detention centers, mental hospitals, like you always have to watch your back. You never know when is a time that you have to go into kill. You know what I'm saying? You never know when those
versus fight versus flight, which in a lot of situations, as I'm sure anybody who's been in that, like I know me and I'm Payne have both been in that. We talked about it, and that's the fact that it's not fight or flight because running isn't an option. You can't have that fear. They can't see that fear, or you can never stop running. Because fight never stops. And once you start that, a fight can stop. Like, you know what I mean? But once you start running, they're gonna keep you running forever. That's just the law of the jungle. That's that lizard brain bullshit we were just talking about.
And that's what I was trying to tell my old lady when, like I said, if we end up having kids and we have a son, I don't have to teach him that because, like you just said, that's the law of the jungle. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily the fact that he picking on him, so I walked away. Nah, punch him in his face. Why? Because then everybody know not to fuck with you.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And the people that do fuck with you now I have a reason as to being like, well, no, they weren't in the wrong. My child wasn't in the wrong because you teach them that accountability, that responsibility. You don't lie to your children from the ages of 0 to 5, and then when they start to get 8 and 9, trying to ask questions and shit, you want to tell them the truth. Because it conflicts. Now they got them. Now you got them kids thinking, well, you said Santa Claus was real. You said the Easter Bunny was real. You know what I'm saying? You tell all of these little white lies to your children, and then when it gets time to tell them the truth, you so scared, you so used to lying to them that they don't know what to believe.
That makes sense.
Which is why a lot of times kids don't respect their parents because it's like, how the fuck did you tell me that Santa Claus was real? But now you telling me that because now you're telling me that if I walk out on the street without looking both ways, I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna go out on the street without looking both ways just to see if I get hit. Because that's how we are. When you're
a stubborn little kid.
Like, goddamn. I ain't gonna lie, I was that kind of asshole too. So like, I ain't even.
That's why I was like, bro.
Just because you told me, like.
Don't play in the road. Okay, we'll see how this goes.
Just because you said not to do it, I'm gonna do it.
I wasn't even thinking to do it, but now I'm gonna play with the stove. All right, you fucking.
And now it's a challenge. That's all I can see now.
And that's the thing. Like, as a person who, like, I got kids now and shit, and like way different fucking person. Although I still have cursed like dozen times in these fucking PTA meetings. Dude. Like, it's the teachers just laugh at this point. They're like, oh, Mr. Allen.
See, now you can't even say you're not black. They know it.
But my oldest is special needs, as I mentioned before. He's severely autistic. So all of what you said is all of the thought processes I had until I got that diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was like, he ain't gonna take no shit. My boy gonna be like, hey, you fucking with
I ain't telling him to be a bully, but I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You fucking with me? I'll head the jungle. Like, I was gonna have a fucking rough ass kid. And now I do not have that. That is not an option. He is a child of love. This kid is fucking like, he just loves everything and everybody. And I never want to fucking change that because experiencing that, I'm not even gonna lie to you, Jesus. This every day I see him enjoy shit I can't even comprehend, and I nearly cry because I lost that shit, or that shit was taken from me, or like I don't even remember these fucking like in these moments of joy from any time in my life. I could never remember loving Bubbles.
Man,
like just in there, like never in my fucking life. Like I can't remember that. You know what I mean? And I see this, and I want to protect that innocence. And I know other people are gonna see that and be like, "That's a target." He's going into regular school next year. He's been in like pre-K. Now he's going into kindergarten, but it's with regular kids who speak and talk irregular. Like he doesn't speak very good. He's just starting to get his words right, and
he's doing a lot better. Trust me on that.
He's doing,
but see, the thing is though, it's the difference between you, Vallen, is at the time that you figured it out, you know how to. It's different ways that you have to go about it, but you know that the principle is still the same. You know what I mean? You have to make sure that I'm not saying that you have to intentionally hurt your kids, right? But when you think about it, right? When you think about what when you think about when you get a vaccine, right? What does a vaccine do?
It's a little bit of hurt to make a little bit of help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we have to, and I'm not a parent, so I can't. I'm an uncle, so I know I'm going for those kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like I said, I'm not a parent, so it's a different love. So I can't speak to that. What I can say is I think that any parent, especially if you have you know, I don't want to say normal because normal is
neurotypical is the word.
You know, okay.
Neurotypical. Oh.
See, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, I
always being so. If you're always so quick to, to say the first thing that comes to your brain, and not to think, because that's my problem.
I still catch myself being normal sometimes too. That's after 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, or we'll say 3 because I learned when he was 2. But like, I still catch myself being like, this son has this problem, but this one's normal. But like, that's so fucked up. He could understand what I was saying contextually. It would shatter him as a person.
Yeah,
that's why I said you will love Rankin and Kings.
Oh my god, you bastard! I cried so much through that shit. I was like, "That's my boy."
Rankin and Kings got him. Yes.
Oh, because
the whole story is like Vallen, right? He's like, yes.
My son doesn't speak, so like he just kind of like makes noise and vocalizes when he wants to. So I saw a lot of parallels in that shit, and I was like, well, I'm obviously the demon in this. The little shadow dude. What's up, babe? What you need?
We can go ahead and speak to what you were saying, BDV.
Me raising my siblings, because it's basically a kid raising other kids, because my mom was out working, single parent. I raised a bunch of bullies. I'm gonna keep 100. Like the funniest, like they're all bullies. I'm not gonna lie. Like the funniest one is my youngest sister. She's the youngest, the baby all over. She went to school, and we found out a boy pulled a knife out on her. She laughed at it, slapped the knife out of the way, and continued. We went to school. We found out no, she's actually the bully, and so then we get the full story. The boy pulls the knife out on her because she's been taking the mother's money and going to the ice cream truck every day. She's bigger than him, and so he pulls the knife out on her. She slaps the knife. She's like, "Bruh, I don't know how many brothers. You gotta do a lot better than that. So I'm still gonna take your lunch money." And I'm gonna get some ice cream.
Oh my god!
God damn!
Hey yo, it's funny because that's who I was. Those was my friends in school. Like growing up in the school system that I grew up in, those was my friends. The ones that would take your chain or your shoes, wear it in front of you, and then ask you like, "What the fuck you looking at? You want me to beat your ass?" Those was my friends because they all tried to pick on me at first, and they was like, "Yeah, all right." When I took them glasses off and started throwing them bitches, they didn't know who it was. It was like, "Oh,
bro, pulled a whole Bruce Wayne and took off the count."
Yeah. No, they thought it was all sweet when it was Bruce, but when the Hawk came out, niggas wanted to run.
Right?
I tell her, I said, "Yo, if you choose to be a bully, you got keep it up now at this point. Because if you stop being what you are now, you either prey or predator." And if the moment you stop, they're gonna come for you. Everybody is. So this is what you chose to be. This is you now. This is it.
Yep, this is that life you chose. Yep.
But see, that goes back to responsibility, being accountable. Yeah. You chose, because everything is choices. Life is nothing but a series of choices.
True.
And
you cannot stop being a bully. At that point, you too far deep.
You don't rob them. It's like if you don't. It's like on The Wire, Omar. Nigga, he had robbed all the people in the witch color. Why you think the nigga won't try to be locked up with them niggas? He done robbed every single one of them niggas.
Like my man was a whole hood menace. Like it's Omar. Like
run,
just whistling down the street with a sawed off. Like just no, we good.
No.
Like,
Does that sound like a stable creature to you? Like
creature.
in his right frame of fucking mind?
Exactly.
She was not fit for society. I was like, bro, ain't no way. Then she
You
got moved
know?
to my mom moved to a different neighborhood. It's way out in Ocala, and it's in the boonies. A whole bunch of white folks.
God.
So she decided to chill out there because she's like, nah, if I hurt one of them, I'm gonna leave a bruise. That was her mindset. It's like, if I hurt one of them, I'm gonna leave a bruise and I'm getting in trouble. And ain't nobody out here on that side of town for me to come back and get help from.
The mindset of a true villain. I want to do crime, but I don't want to get caught, so I'm gonna chill.
Hey, real talk, man. Hey, man, I struggle with that shit every fucking day. Like, no lie. I just started a new gig, right? I work at a car shop, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little throwed off sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I just started this job. I barely know what the fuck I'm doing. And these people is being real disrespectful to me. Man, it took me everything in my motherfucking power not to pick up one of them torque wrenches and just break the jaws of everybody in that junk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
It was just.
Oh.
Are they white?
No.
Are
No.
they Mexican?
No. Well, I think one might be, but everybody else was black. But it was like I didn't care. Like I didn't care whether he was black, white, Hispanic, Asian, alien,
At that point,
a ghost.
At that point, the
Hey,
game was
I
ready
ain't
to
care.
Wow.
Exactly.
Oh.
Like,
And it's crazy because like one of the things that my mama always used to tell me, and it stuck with me, is she used to tell me 5 words, and these 5 words pretty much govern my whole life. Your ass going to jail. Your ass going to jail. So, cause like Pain, you know what I'm saying? That's my nephew. Like, I go from 0 to like quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like with no remorse. Like, and like I be having it like just like fuck. Like before I even do something, I gotta be like, well, if I do this, that's attempted murder. That's a murder. That's like at least 20, 25 years. I'm like, as I'm going through situations, I'm calculating how much time that I can get. I'm calculating, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many motherfuckers I'm gonna have to fight in there? You know, I'm just calculating like me.
You know, if you shoot somebody below the waist, it's not attempt murder.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If they get shot below the waist, it's not attempt murder.
I would shoot somebody in the dick. Don't tell me that.
I think you just might get more time just because of the prejudice. That judge would be like, "You got him in the dick."
On that one, it's gonna be a luck of the draw. If you get a scorned woman judge, then you good. You
right?
I always get women judges though.
Man, always. Like, I guess you got good aim then. Like, because women are mean like that.
Yeah, we can't. Oh yeah, we can be some terrible things when we want to be. If we want to fuck with you, we will follow you around. We will look at your daily schedule. We will find every little way to get ourselves in and fuck with you. Like we are masters at it.
And that's why I say women are the most dangerous things on this planet. Because
all
warfare is deception. Women are the masters of deception.
I don't know. I might gotta disagree with you on that one for a little bit because
you ain't seen them TikToks where them bitches be like,
yeah, I've seen those. I've seen those.
Like, black men have been dying to that routine for 100 fucking years.
True.
Like, that's no fucking joke, dude.
True.
Like, that's real fucking life. I hate seeing that shit.
And then for me personally, man, I was like, that's what with this whole feminist culture and then how dangerous it is, because it's deception. All it is deception. All it is for them to tell you, look at here, while right here it's some heinous shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
But just look at here. Hey, we're gonna keep you entertained. Here's Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. But how many people is covering the January 6th trials? People where we literally had a coup inside our own country.
Dude, thank you. I lost a friend for that shit. Me and my boy Marty don't even talk no more.
What?
Is that your mama? What's up? What's up, Hype Mama? How you doing?
How you doing?
Hello.
How you doing?
What up, Hype Mama? Hello. I'm Vallen. I'm like one of his best friends.
We can't hear you.
You muted, bro.
Yeah, something going on with your mic. We can't hear you.
Man, I'm so jealous of y'all smoking right now.
Shit, I was about to roll up a low key.
If it helps, I got like basically nothing left.
We still can't hear you.
Well, if it helps, I got one for you.
Well, I appreciate it. I'll be right over.
I like how you said, "I'll be right over."
Dude, you know what? God help me. I will say that is something I miss. Like back in the day, your friend just used to be like, "Got some weed," and like 15 fucking people show up. You have a party. They all want weed and alcohol. You get drunk for like a week, fucking smoking blunts the whole time, and all you talk about is eat you $5.
And then y'all have the deepest conversations or the most bullshit conversations, but you have the times of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because you being around people. Because the thing is that people don't realize is all these women, I'm independent, I don't need no man, it's that and the third. Or I'm a high value man, I don't need no woman. It's just like, bro, a lot of my problem with a lot of these communities, especially the red pill community, bro, y'all think that just because you have a whole bunch of money, a bitch gonna respect you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, and it don't work. She'll go around fucking around the niggas like Pookie, like Ray, niggas that you all hate because they got a personality and you dry as fucking paper.
Hey, real talk, bro. Like, hey, I hang with the Pookies and the Rays and the Chads and the Tyrone. Them my peoples. You know what I'm saying? I ain't necessarily one of them, but I'm gonna defend them. Them my peoples, right? And one thing about like this. Okay, I was born and raised in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And one thing that kind of scared me about like the whole have value, having money and stuff like that is I've literally seen situations where like these so-called high value men would, you know what I'm saying, date some of these women and thinking everything's sweet, and they will get set up and they will get robbed and they will possibly lose their life.
True.
So to me, a high value dude or a high value person, whether it's man or female, is just a glorified lick. Because you got the money, you got the resources, but you don't have the power to influence it. And what's stopping somebody from whether they taking all your paper money or they hacking your accounts or they taking your resources, if you don't have like that power to back it up, then it's like all that money is pretty much mute.
True.
It's like you pretty much work so hard. It's kind of like the reverse of the ant and the grasshopper, where it's like the ant been working all year round to store food, and the grasshopper be like, I'm gonna wait till he get like a couple of more acorns and I'm gonna rob his ass.
But wait, I'm sorry, Bob. Y'all can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
That was my baby sister. She's a bully. She looks older than what she really is. She's 12 years old.
She's 12?
12.
Man, that girl look like she about 20 years old.
Right? She could have told me to do something. I'd have been like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's why she started knife out dude hand. He's like, bro, I don't want no smoke. You got it.
Bro, do you see, y'all see how big BDV is? Come on, man.
That's true.
Come on, man. I mean, you got to think, bro. With jeans, it's like a whole fucking like a fleet of fucking Escalades coming at you. Like, nigga, what you gonna do? No, nothing.
Millions have no choice but to be buffets.
I'm not a small dude, but like I was standing next to Hype like this big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When you got out that truck, I was like, I knew he was gonna be big, but damn.
When I got out the truck, moved.
Yeah, right. And she was like,
damn.
I was like, all right. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a nigga that you know what he gonna have a whole lot of power behind them punches. You better be a master of slipping and weaving, nigga.
He gonna take your head off.
The difference about that
Clean
is,
off.
motherfucking head off.
see, I'm the type of person. I got a strong chin. I'll take all the punches just to get to you.
See, that's why. See, that's what niggas
Wow.
when they fight big people like that. That's where they fuck up. No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go with your legs the entire fight, nigga. I'm gonna chop that wood the entire time. You know why? Because you can't put no power to it. You can't lean into that punch. You got all that weight that can't go nowhere.
No, you see, you already messed up. If I ever, and I mean this with the most respect, if I ever had to fight you like in a way that we was both trying to kill each other, I know exactly what I would do, and you wouldn't stand a chance. I would poop on my hand. And you'd be like, put it in your eyeballs and shit. Try to get it in your mouth. I will distract and then destroy.
I don't know, man. I think that might make them madder.
That's gonna make me mad because I'm running into it.
Yeah, but if you got poop in your eyes, you can't see nothing.
Hey, look at man.
You ain't ready for this.
I'm gonna unlock Shanks level observation, nigga. Fuck you.
Do it from afar. Like, oh man, like I'm the oldest, and my second, my little brother underneath me, he has reach. I have T-Rex arms, so he always makes sure to go for reach. So when he swings, I'm waiting for his hand to grab and just pull it in and just ankle him in. That's it.
See, but people like that, when like my little brother's like, if I had to fight one of them, all I had to do was just wait for him to get tired. You know what I mean? Wait for him to get a couple licks in, find that time and grab that punch, pull him in, the elbow right to that. You done. You done so. Ain't shit you can do. I'm literally pulling you, my big strong ass pulling you into my elbow. Yeah, you done.
Ooh.
And still to this day, none of them are faster than me. Running.
But the thing is, they know not to try.
Yeah, you got speed. God damn.
Yeah.
Only way I'm fighting.
Wait, I can prove it right now. Hold on. I can prove it right now. Give him a moment.
See, look at BDV. He's like, yeah. Oh.
Wow.
I'm like, shit, the only thing we fight is demons, goddamn.
Let us pray, my brother. Let us come together. Let us fight these demons. Right?
Amen.
Yes, praise him. Let's get some Kirk Franklin. Who got the Kirk Franklin? All
right, DeAndre, come around real quick. They're gonna see this is my other little brother right here. Tell me how old you is.
Another little bully.
I'm 15.
15. Damn, how long it take you to bet that low, you talk some bitch?
This nigga.
Damn.
This nigga, what the fuck? This nigga 15.
And who's the fastest person?
And doggy is? What the fuck you mean?
No. Come here because now you're walking the mic. Who the fastest person in the family right now?
Is you.
Exactly.
You.
And he plays basketball.
And he mad. You see how he mad about him, man.
Yeah, you heard
it. Wow. Wow.
Why you put me on screen, bro? You trying to humiliate me, man. Sorry. I'm only getting older and stronger. You only getting weaker. He plotting on you.
Oh no, I know he is. I'm waiting for the moment he chooses to though.
I know. Cause I know.
You're gonna be
as long as I'm faster. I'm good.
Yeah. He's gonna be a spry 50-year-old, and you're gonna be like,
I got 68. No choice to. You should see what happens when I get injured. When I get injured, they wait on that.
They wait on that.
He told you he raised a house full of bullies.
That's fair.
Just because they love him does not mean they're not gonna see that weakness and pounce on it like a motherfucker.
It's survival of fittest.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
They gonna take that shit up like a wide open layup. You know what I mean?
Shoot.
Euro.
You should see what happened when I broke my ankle. When I broke my ankle, they was waiting. They was like, "Hey, you coming outside?" Nah, I'm good. I'm staying
inside. Blood in the water.
Yo, we going swimming. You coming in the pool? Nah, I'm good. I'm stay over here on the edge.
They like sharks sniffing for blood. They just waiting for you.
It's like BDV is literally just in the house surrounded by sharks the entire time. The moment he fuck up one time, he got but one time. All of them go pounce on that nigga like.
Yeah.
Alone we can't make it together. We are strong.
I can't afford to be I fell and I can't get up.
Hell no. Nah, because they would be like, no, stay a while. Stay down there a little bit. Remember
Shoot,
when
they
you
all
told me I
visiting
could go
right
to
now.
that party last week?
Shoot.
Oh, wow.
And you got to teach them BDV about that power that they got to have, that responsibility they're going to have to keep their, you know what I mean, they shit they pants. Or at least wrap that shit up.
Yeah.
Big black ass niggas like y'all, bro. Y'all, I know y'all get the bitches. Because that's y'all all what the bitches want. 6 foot, black, you know what I mean, muscular.
I did not realize how much I was missed when I was out of work for 2 months and came back.
Fair.
And everybody was like, hey, Quan, we miss you. I'm like, what? Bro, I don't even talk to you. There is this one chick at my job, right? I literally, all I do is I have a ball, like the little wiffle balls at my desk. And basically, what I do is, because she got a hittable face, I throw a ball at her face every day. Because again, I'm still a bully. And she messaged me on like, while I was off, are you coming back? We need you back. I'm like, bro, all I do is hit you in the face with a ball. Why do you want me to come back?
Hey, maybe she missed your balls in her face.
Hey. Wow. I'm never gonna unpack that. Somebody has a echo. I'm trying
It could be me. Let me check. I'll mute myself.
Yo. No, is it? I think it's Kayla.
Is it me? We good?
No.
No.
It might be you, Payne.
I'm back. What up?
Oh, okay, then it might be Vallen.
Oh, guys,
you
say hello.
Hello.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey. Yo, who is the man? He got that rock star here.
You say
he do.
Hi, you say hi. Hi.
Yo, there we go.
That's dope. Oh, man, that's great.
Oh,
like it's free
too. Look how big this little asshole is, though.
Yo, he got huge.
See, I showed off my devil children. He showed the angel children off. Try to bounce out.
Balance. When the world needed him the most, he returned.
That's right.
He had to bring balance to the fort. But I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from.
I don't know. Is it me?
That buzzing is
somebody mute. Everybody mute themselves one at a time. We'll find out. Yo.
See, I was muted. I heard it just now.
All right, let's try. I'm gonna mute myself.
Hello?
Yeah, I still hear it.
So it's not.
It might be.
Your
I'm
pain.
gonna go ahead and mute me.
Oh, I think that might be it.
Yep.
Yeah. It was.
It probably is too close to the mic to the headphone.
Yeah, probably.
Is it better?
No, it's like if they don't know if you're close to something like a fan or
something that interferes with your headset, maybe.
It's still buzzing.
Well, it wasn't just a second ago. It stopped like right before you went to the hallway.
Yo, Loner was good.
Yeah, I put him up there. Loner, you can come in on Discord.
I'm trying to the chlorine doesn't hurt my eye. Medicine. You gotta get them all nice and.
Well, look, we'll just do it this way. Just mute yourself when you got talking. Now, when Kate is talking, everybody let him speak, and then we'll just.
Okay.
I got everyone like I'm watching everything as we talk, so I can make sure.
I'm about to mute mine.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about
Bro,
that.
that's the early old school. We used to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody know about that no more.
Man,
everybody mute.
Yep, everybody mute yourself one by one. We find out.
Nah, because that shit used to be. It used to happen in BDA.
A
BDV
lot.
be terrible for that shit. Man, who is that? Who mic is that, man? It ain't me. All right, everybody mute.
I think
And
the
then somebody, if
funniest
they still
shit.
hear it, then it's you, and then they on your ass.
I think the funniest shit ever is like me getting mad at someone in BDA. And I told him, I said, yo, I live in Florida. You live in Florida. Here's my address. What you want to do?
What you want to do?
Nah, you in Florida. Y'all niggas different. Y'all a different breed out there.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, they be wild down there. They do.
But I'm from North Carolina, though.
Yeah, but you live
What? Where you at?
I'm originally from North Carolina.
Oh.
Okay.
You was raised in those jungles, but you went to the other jungles, nigga.
Yeah, I came down there with some Lil John and shit, and I was like, yo, what's going on? Like, my first week here in Florida, I seen the house get robbed twice the same day.
My man, I mean this with all due respect. If you take a lion and put it in the actual jungle, it'll die in a week.
Yeah.
And if you take a fucking jaguar and put it in the middle of the fucking Serengeti, that shit'll probably die in a month.
Shit. I seen the house get robbed twice the same day my first week here in Florida.
Oh my gosh.
Yo,
Twice.
I sent Loner the link. I don't know if he gonna join in. I'm waiting for him.
Loner said he hated me and never wants to talk to me ever.
Loner? What the hell? What'd you do to Loner?
Loner loves everybody, bro.
Nah, he was like, fuck Vallen specifically. You see his face and his whiteness? Fuck him. And I was like,
he said that.
Here, the Loner 23 is back in there.
oh.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, we
What's
got
up,
the
man?
old
How y'all
school
doing?
flashback back day.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. But it's, I mean, like, it is what it is, man. You know, I mean, we're here now. You know what I mean? We can't talk about the past and we can't dwell on that because we can't change that. All you can do is change who we are and how we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Big
you know,
facts.
I want to try to do this more often and really be more consistent with it because that's just something I want to be with myself. You know, not because somebody else wants me to be, not because my girlfriend wants me to be. I mean, you know, everything can be perfect in your relationship, but you can still be working on yourself. I think a lot of times people don't realize that. People get so caught up in trying to be.
Yeah, people forget that, you know.
The problem I have, I think, and it's I don't know if it affects everybody, and I don't like want to put this like out there and like make anybody feel bad or whatever. But I think the biggest problem I have is that my wife doesn't realize I'm right all the time.
Hold on,
Preach on the Vallen. Preach on the Vallen.
let me get rid of the face cam real quick.
Preach on the Vallen. Preach on the Vallen. And look, I like how BDV was like,
though,
I'm going to quietly remove myself.
There's a running joke. Real talk, there's a running joke between me and my wife that, like, if she doesn't believe me or says that I'm wrong about something, I just say, it's okay. I'm okay with being proven right. And I drop it. I won't even bring it up until me being right happens. And then I'm like, oh, hey.
He forgets she can skin like a face like an apple while he sleeps.
Oh yeah.
That's why I was like, let me get this cam off real quick.
That's why she respects him. That's why she respects him, because she knows that he knows that she can skin him alive. But he knows that he's gonna tell her the truth, and she knows that he's gonna be honest with her.
Right. Also, never cheat on somebody who can cut your face off and put it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're with her, and then somebody who also knows how to keep somebody alive without technically killing them.
No,
he's married to a doctor. If you, in case you don't, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was thinking
specifically. I'm sorry, because if she was here, she would definitely be on my ass. No, I'm a surgeon, and I would have kissed him.
No. She's a chiropractor.
Oh,
but she has incredible. She's a chiropractor, licensed massage therapist.
Okay.
She has a bachelor's in biology. She has like 5 different fucking certifications. She's going for some craniosacral shit, which is like repositioning the plates in your skull to like increase blood flow and healing, and like basically like a lot of even like mental health stuff is like brought up by certain blood circulation and pooling in like parts of the brain and shit. And like this, I can never leave her.
So basically, if you fuck up, she can turn into a
So
vegetable.
shit.
So basically, if you
I
fuck
never
up,
want
she
to,
can
for
turn
the
into a
record.
vegetable.
It's a joke. It's fun, but
She can
turn
get
into
your
a
mind
vegetable,
right.
bro.
yeah, she's. I mean, I don't let her do that shit to me because that's my pain, and I hold that pretty tight, and that's mine, and that's what keeps me going, and I'm one of those people that's like, no, leave me my pain and anger, please. That is how I get up in the morning. If I ain't angry, I ain't moving. Where'd he go?
Because it's
Makes
like a lot
sense.
of times. What happened? Lona, you all right? Oh, he left, I guess.
Well, it's because that's all I had. Like, I know how to use my anger to push me forward. I know how to use negative emotions to accomplish goals because that's all I had. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are like, all right, let's go. Let's be positive. Let's be motivational. Let's be like, nah, fuck this. I'm a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. I'm going to fucking destroy you.
I ruined somebody at work for that. They like upstairs. I've shut down all happiness there. So this supervisor from downstairs came and sat in front of me. I was like, I freaking hate Drivergate. He was like, what? Drivergate's wonderful, Saquon. Let me explain to you why. Like, it's so good. And he started being all positive. I said, so I put myself on mute and I said, thank you for 30 minutes. I've been offline. He was like, what? I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't care about Drivergate still. After all you said for like an hour, I still don't care. I don't like it. And that happiness stuff, that stays downstairs, not up here. He was like,
I don't know where you think you're working, but happiness is not part of the job description.
I told him, it's funny because downstairs they have all the shades open so you see sunlight. Upstairs it's just darkness. Like, there's a reason why we don't have sunlight up here.
Wow.
Dude,
it would be the big black motherfucker to blot out the sun.
I told data entry in like the basement of this place, and I bring my headphones. I had my little things in. I would listen to Richard Pryor. They got so mad just because I was laughing. I was like, "Listen, I'll put it so we could all hear it and we could all giggle." And they was like, "No." I was like,
"We don't do happiness, bro. Certain places don't do happiness."
See, I mean, for me personally, I mean, I understand that, and to some degree, I'm the same way. But a lot of times, I have to force myself to be happy because if all you ever know is anger and negative emotions, that's not happiness. You know what I'm saying?
Something you can force.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you look at the people who are truly happy, those people, a lot of times, those people don't even have a pot to piss in. Most times. It's because their happiness is a state of mind. My 5-year-old nephew literally told me, if you want to be happy, you will be. It's that easy. And as much as I tried to sit there and argue with him, he was 100% right. And I had to say, you know what, little nigga, you right. Thank you, because I needed
True.
That. Man, kids see things so simple too, you know.
Homeless people too. Homeless people too.
True.
I swear to God, like on my way from home, it's like a group of people. I want to say maybe about 4 or 5 of them. They pretty much built an apartment under a bridge. And every day on my way home, from work, I would look up and I would be like fucking jealous of them. Because one day I rode by and they're living literally under a bridge. And they had like one section is like the bedroom, one section is the kitchen. Literally once, like the other side of the bridge is like the living room. Then they had like 2 bedrooms under a fucking bridge. And they had like lounge chairs. They had fucking lounge chairs out, like in between like the 2 spaces. And I look up one day and they had like champagne glasses sitting in like white lawn chairs, just like ha 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 ha. I'm like, God damn, I got like fucked up. I'm like, wait, damn.
Then you feel like you in the wrong profession or something.
Yeah.
What state are those homeless people?
This harkens back to what Payne was talking about earlier with those little white lies. Those little lies you tell yourselves that you're happy about. Those little lies you tell yourself to make yourself happy. Those little lies that feed into your happiness, that eventually those little lies become your happiness. See, that's that slippery slope shit you were talking about. It's internal just as much as it's external. Exactly. And that's the shit that people don't fucking realize. They don't really fuck with. You know what I mean?
And but see, that's the thing about these people with that, to the LGBTQ, right? Specifically the trans community. Now you have all of this language that's now making it dangerous. You making women just baby makers. These are birthing people. What the fuck is
Birthing
that?
people, yeah.
What is that? You disrespect women, but you claim to love them. You know, at every turn, if somebody tells you that they love you, and every time that they say that they love you, they slap you in the face at the same time, do they really love you?
I don't know, man.
We got to ask Ike Turner that question.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is,
I was about to make a Rihanna joke too.
See, what they don't realize is a lot of times that you can't change the outside and think that's going to change the inside. You can't cosmetically change the outside and hope that the inside and you're going to be happy suddenly just because you now have a vagina or you have some titties now. Or you got
the idea of that, like just so it's known on this one, I'm on the LGBTQ side because I believe it's just them changing to represent what they already feel on the inside. That's my belief. That's what that's what my friends have experienced. That's their journey. I don't have that journey, so I can't speak on it. I don't know how that shit feels.
See,
you know what I mean?
I get that, and you're not wrong.
Oh, I was going to get to the bad part. The bad part is I'm just going to say it. There's this cross-sectionality of transgendered and white people where they're transgendered, which is like a problem. People have a problem with that. They attack them for just being who they are, And then there's the whiteness that's never been fucking persecuted or had anything like not go their way. And now they have this huge problem inside themselves because they're ostracized like they've never been before.
Are you talking about trans Karens?
No, I'm talking about just LGBT
like Karen but trans.
Yeah, like the
trans Karens. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Just because they're trans, they're still white and they still have that white privilege.
Right. And
being trans does not take that away at all.
It doesn't.
Like, you still default to white. At the end of the day, if shit goes super, super fucking horrible for you, and I hope it never does, you can default to white and use all the fucking big guns that come with it. And that's the thing that people don't like to discuss. Dave Chappelle touched on it and it blew up. Like, I firmly believe that there needs to be a conversation. I have made my fair share of black jokes to my black friends because we're close like that. You know what I mean? Like,
it's funny as hell.
You know what I mean? Like, and you have to be okay with the people that you're around and they're okay with you, and then they know where your heart is. All right, my people, anybody who knows me knows where my heart is because that shit's like right on my sleeve. I don't fuck around. I ain't got time for lies. All my energy goes into my babies, and then I ain't got time to fuck around with whoever the fuck you are. Like, it doesn't matter. So if you want to be, that's the end of the game is it doesn't matter. Like, we have to, it comes down to accountability. Are you offended because you really believe this is damaging the trans movement and hurting who you are? Or are you offended because you're white and this is like one of the worst things that's ever happened to you? Like, that's fucking real.
True.
Like, that's a real conversation that I feel should be had, but a lot of trans people just happen to be aggressively Caucasian.
Well,
the way I can put it is
not even that necessarily, but I mean, my problem was, and I agree with you. What you're saying is not wrong on the basis that we're all people, so we all have different perspectives, correct? I get that, but my thing is when the language that you're using and the logic that you're using is extremely dangerous because the slope is extremely slippery. If you're telling me that because you feel a certain way because you always felt different, right? Because you've always felt like a woman, right? But you were born a man, right? But you always felt like a woman, and you always have somebody that's going to feed into your delusions. Because that's what I mean. Like I said, at the end of the day, I view it as a mental thing. Because it's something in your brain that won't allow you to love yourself for being who you are, just fundamentally. If you don't fundamentally love yourself, then how are you going to change it doesn't matter what you do to your body. I mean, when you look at Lil' Kim, right? Lil' Kim did all of that all of the lighting her skin, all of the stuff that she thought was
I hate that she did that to herself.
She looks like a cat. She was so fucking beautiful.
Yes.
Black people took an L that year. no matter what we do.
No matter what we do,
We took an L that year.
Yes, man.
Just reminded me of that hurt my soul. God
Yes.
But see, I only say that because had Kim literally been happy with herself and seeing how beautiful she truly was, she wouldn't be what she is now, because that's what they don't tell you. All the surgeries and all the plastic stuff is gonna be good when your skin is nice and nice and tight.
Nice and tight.
When that shit starts getting elastic and starts to sag, because we're human, so it's gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know, when you're doing all of this stuff, and it might, it might kill you. You could literally die from something because of your emotions. And I'm not saying that as humans, emotions aren't a big thing. They do 100% play a vital role in society. But at the same time, it's a turn when the lies get so blurry because everybody's too afraid to say the truth. Where no, it's not because it's not because that you're gay or trans that I don't like you. It's because you're a shitty person. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't I just not like you because you're a shitty person? Why is it because when I don't like you, you automatically run behind the shield that is the LGBT?
Well, yep, I'm this.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care. Like, in all actuality, I don't care who you fuck, bro, because that's all it is.
Who goes into what and where ain't none of my damn business. For
exactly.
To piggyback off what Vallen was saying earlier, though, basically, with trans Karens, basically, they're so used to not being a victim. This is their first time ever being put in a victim position, and you see people online, they get addicted to being a victim, but they get to do it in real life, being a victim.
Not even just a victim. They make money off of it. They make money off of being a victim.
That's true.
They get more and more privileges as they go along being a victim. Like, I can't do this, I can't do that, but now I can.
Well, Katie, do you want to say anything in Ice that after you, because Katie, you ain't been saying anything.
Oh, that's right, because he had the buzz. Don't let us talk over you. Come on now.
Oh, I'm still buzzing?
No, you good. We were just letting you speak. I didn't know if you wanted to say something.
Oh no, man, I'm enjoying the conversation, man. I'm real talk.
But see, and I think that's what's missing, man, because it's like, even though that's the thing, me and Vallen can fundamentally disagree, but we can still understand where the other person is coming from and still come away with something that I didn't go into it, because I didn't think about it that way when I went into it.
My fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. Is there a way that I can watch these? Like, do y'all have like these stored? Like, oh really? Man, because I would love to watch these joints while I'm at work.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I do it.
Just go on Payne's YouTube channel and you can watch it anytime.
It's all
righteous.
And I got ones from way back in the day.
Yeah, so and like you're in some of my like mental health streams, right? Yeah, so I can send him some. Like, I got mine in a playlist on my shit. So yeah, I got you.
All right, well, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because this is what I was trying to. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
With the LGBT community, I mean, I honestly respect what they're doing. They stand up for themselves and everything. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care who sleeps with who. That's not gonna put no extra money in my pocket. It ain't gonna pay my bills. It ain't gonna put no food in my refrigerator. Y'all going around, yes, free love. We should love who I want, but your neighbor's starving. But none of that really matters. I just don't like when you're trying to now take away things from certain genders that always has been there. Like, at the end of the day, women, we get pregnant. We have children. Don't not call us mothers because it's offensive to you because you a trans woman and you can't do that because you don't have ovaries. Don't do that.
I wonder, do they refer?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, my fault. But I want to do they refer to like their mothers if they had like healthy relationship with their mothers as birthing people.
People, exactly.
Like, would you call like I wonder that, like, do you call birthing mother like birth?
Yeah, like how detached from your mom would you have to be to be like, hello, birth giver?
Yeah,
I don't even to be honest. It's like with me with my biological. I call her my egg donor because that's what she is.
Egg donor.
You know what I'm saying? Same with this egg donors.
But your situation is a little different because like of y'all relationship. But like, and I don't want to necessarily say all of them, but in a lot of situations, it be the mothers who are more, or who be the first one to support their child. So it's like your first ally. How can you, I guess, not necessarily dehumanize, but downgrade their position? Because a mother, that's honestly, that's something more than just, like, oh, go ahead.
No, I'm letting you finish. Raising the hand means you finish what you're doing, and then I can go.
Okay. Oh, got you. But like, to me, like, a mother is like more than just the birth giver. It's so much more than that. So how can you, if anything, betray your ally just on how you feeling at this particular moment in time? Because how you feel today may change tomorrow.
True.
And stuff like that. And I don't like, it's just kind of interesting. Like, that sound like, oh, that's my birth giver. That sound like something like an alien, like off a comic book or something like that. Like, I'm thinking like some, like the cone heads to say,
like,
oh, that's
like,
just my
hello,
birth giver.
humans.
Yeah.
I had a wonderful time with my birth giver.
Right?
Like, what? Like, does that even sound right? But it's
no.
But it's not, because it's not progressive. Certain things shouldn't be progressive. I'm sorry.
Well,
I just don't believe that, because I believe in science. I believe in God, but also believe in science. I believe both things go hand in hand. Just because the science thinks is the Big Bang doesn't necessarily mean that God wasn't the one who clapped his hands and made the Big Bang happen. Both things can be true. God is rooted in science. You know what I'm saying? He created the earth, and the earth had what? Everything was perfect. When you look at the things that mess up the earth, every time it's humans. We fuck it up every time because we want to make it convenient or easier for ourselves.
One of my favorite quotes is that science of sufficient magnitude and advancement is indistinguishable from magic. And that is the truth. It's a matter of understanding. At one time, so I got a fan going. This lighter, me doing that would have caused an entire village to throw rocks at me and murder me.
True.
Because I'm a witch.
True.
You know what I mean? But now we know it's just little flint, little fucking fucking gas, little weed. We're good.
Right. Yeah, like, I guess nowadays
I do want to get back to one thing though, because I have a problem with your argument, and that's only because of how much it discounts fathers. And that's not you as the person, obviously. This is a huge cultural thing. Like, one of my favorite quotes from the movie The Crow is, "Mother is the word for God on the lips and hearts of small children. And fathers ain't shit." Like, the quote ends before the father's part. Like, but there's nothing like that for dads. Dads are just there. And like, I'm particularly sensitive because I chose to like stay with my kids. I chose to raise them. I'm not working right now. I'm like a stay-at-home dad. And that's still, just to say it, makes me feel like less of a dude man person because of societal gender shit. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I should be out there like fucking earning and bringing in money and doing this and that, because somehow it's less than manly to raise a child. But when a woman does it, it's this other earthly fucking transcendent fucking experience. Well, fuck you. All right. Fathers deserve the same fucking affirmation. That's why dudes leave. I'll tell you right now, it's because of fear. It's because of fear and lack of recognition. Because you did this thing that you know is changing the rest of your life. And if you have nobody in your life who's like, man, you did this good job, like being a real thing, like congratulations, like step up, like you're just gonna succumb to this fear. I know what happened with my papa. I know what happened with hundreds of thousands of other daddies in this world. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, you get overcome with the sense of, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then it's hard to do. The mom gets all the fucking credit anyway, which in my case is fucking horrendous because she ain't even here. 80% she's such a good mother. Look how the kids behave. I'm like, yep, she's great.
Yeah, yeah, and then you got to just sit there and back her, and then just look at her side eye like,
and she's like, she'll be like, I'm so sorry, I am wonderful.
I mean,
like you could just use you could use this platform right now to speak up and say no. It's because of Vallen. It's because of my husband.
Right?
It's so awesome.
Do that.
Yeah,
but like it's easier for people because I tell you, she did that at first. Oh no, Theo stays home with the children, and it's harder for me to hear them go, oh well, we don't hold that against them, stuff like that, because people will so quickly make a joke about the fact that I'm home with the kids. Like,
but Vallen
just started to accept it because I started to let her. Like, that's really what it came down to. It was a team. I don't want to throw her under the bus on that one. A joke is a joke, and I will live that light. You know what I mean?
See, the difference is with that goes back into what I'm saying. Like, the accountability of it. That's something that's a big, a big scar for you. So by you being responsible, so you don't have to. So something that you doing something that you wouldn't normally want to do. Going out of character. It's because you know that you have those stakes, because you know that you have those children that's looking up to you at the end of the day. Fuck what everybody else says. I understand how you feel though. I mean, it was a time recently where I was constantly being disrespected at my job, and I ended up wanting to leave. And she told me, she said, "Baby, I'm surprised you didn't leave already. You don't have to do that. You don't have to sit there and deal with that bull." And I'm like, are you sure? Because I'm the same way. I'm like, well, I'm the man. I gotta be making some money. I gotta be making sure I'm taking care of her. I'm doing this, doing that. And she had to just sit me down and say, look, you're a person. And at the end of the day, I want you to come home alive and happy. I want you to go to work and make millions and be miserable. So that's no point, because then I'm gonna be miserable because I'm dealing with you. You're right. And then when I took myself away from that situation, when I made them miss me, they had no choice but to respect it. Went in there today, the same man who used to disrespect me, he trying to make jokes and and crack light and everything now. You know what I'm saying? But that's because I listened. I could have been this stubborn man and just, no, I'm gonna do it, and I get fired. Now instead of me, let them texting me saying, "Hey, can you come back?" I gotta beg them to come back. It's a difference.
It is.
You let them know, I won't be disrespected. I don't care how much you're paying me. You're not gonna just keep doing whatever you're doing. And you set that hard limit, and now they know. All right, well, he's just not gonna deal with it. So let's not put him in that position.
My wife just did the same fucking thing, man. Oh wait, do it before I start. Kata, you had I saw you raise your hand up.
Yeah. Man, like, this is my first time meeting you, man, and I just want to let you know from the bottom of my heart, man, I salute you to the utmost, because like you were saying earlier, you pour all your energy into your babies, and that's like the most admirable thing that you can do. Like, real talk. And
thank you.
No problem. If anything, like, I wish you the utmost, man. I genuinely wish you nothing but the best. And you're gonna get it. But I have three. Well, I got a space.
And my wife. Like, don't ever think for a second, like, even if we struggle, my life is so much better than it's ever been. And my wife tells me she's living her best life. And that is everything I need in this world. And when I hear people, like, it almost sounded like you thought I was struggling or having a problem. And I don't want that to come across that way. And because I appreciate what you said to me, like, that you wish me well, because not enough people do that in a meaningful manner. Like, thoughts and prayers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't say, hey, I see you. I see what you're doing. I name the thing you're doing, and I give that thing respect. Like, that's not what happens nowadays. That was real man shit.
Yeah, appreciate. No, because like I got a space. I call it a space hand. I got 3 kids and a possible kid, and it's like I am involuntarily absent father in all my kids' life. Not that I really want to be, But it's one of them things where I'd rather have my children have 1.5 parents than none, if that makes sense.
Something's better
Because
than nothing. Yeah.
exactly, like
Stevie Wonder.
I'm trying, like I'm trying my hardest to build a relationship back with my oldest son. He's 16, and like you were saying, like the fear and appreciation, like throughout his whole life, everything that I've done for him, it means nothing. It means nothing because it's like out of all the good things I've done, they forget about it, but they bring up the times where like I was absent. But it's not like I voluntarily just walked out of his life. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like I've went through like years and years of like the court battles. It was to the point where his mom was like, I got her fired from one job because I was calling too much because I wanted to talk to him and be around him and stuff like that. I didn't put myself in so many difficult positions. Then it got to the point where it's like, you know what? For my peace, for my sanity, for my mental and my physical health, I have to back up because if I don't, I'm going to wind up killing myself.
Hey,
And
you gotta understand that shit.
And like I was talking to my son today, and I ain't gonna lie to you, it kind of fucked me up because he's into track now, and I was like, hey, I would love to see you run track so I can record it. It's just something like that, and he ain't even respond back. I mean, that's something that I have to live with, but it's like.
If I can speak on that, I can answer that one 100% because I've been that kid. Like that's around the time I met my papa. Now he's a piece of shit, so I'm not equating him to you. But all you got to do is show up there with a camera. That's all the fuck you got to do. Like
I don't know where.
Let him acknowledge it. You ain't got to say nothing about it. You get the address. You can get the address. You can get the address. You don't even need him for that. You can get the address. You show up. You record that shit. You cheer like God damn it. If he don't hear you, nothing will. And that's all you got to do. Be there. Be loud. That is it. And that's on the Bible. That's on my children. That's on everything. All
and
you
now, this is something I want to bring it back around to because now, right or wrong, Kate, have I not told you the similar things, right? Where they gonna make you eat shit for a while, and it's gonna suck, bro. It's gonna suck. But it's because you got to realize they not playing with full information, bro. They looking at the hand for the game. You feel me? They looking at the hand that they was dealt like that's the whole game. When they don't realize the game been played multiple times, reshuffled, redealt, and a whole bunch of other shit. They just don't know. So only thing that you can do is be all of that time and the energy you want to put towards being and doing the stuff that you know you shouldn't be doing. If you put half that time into doing what you should be doing, it's going to work out so much better for you. From me being someone when I reached out to my father, several times after I had got to a certain age, and it was always, well, it was your mother's fault. It was your mother's fault. You don't have to tell me it was her fault. I dealt with her. I know her I know her flaws. I know the shit that she does that will make any sane man want to get the fuck out of there. I get it. I 100% understand. But my nigga, I am your child. Y'all created me. So it doesn't matter what the fuck that I put you through for a couple years. I don't know you. True. And it's just like it sucks, bro, because I know that you're in the situation, so it's easier for me to say it being not in the situation, you know what I mean? But knowing from the other side, you know what I mean, from being the one who wanted somebody to actually give a damn. At certain points, man, Martin could have said anything he wanted to say, and I wouldn't have listened because I was too angry. But he reinforced that anger because he ran away. Because he did what everybody else said that he did, and I didn't believe him. He ran. Instead of sitting there and sticking it out and putting up with the bullshit, Because I mean, if you think I'm putting you through bullshit, can you only imagine the shit that I had to go through every day dealing with this crazy ass woman who mad at you because you not there and she take it out on me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As men, we tend to get caught up in our ego thinking, well, how could this happen to me? It ain't happening to you. You just a person in the direction of something that's happening. You just in this path. You feel me? It's not you. It's because of the situation it's because of the choice that you made. You know what I mean? You made the wrong choice. We you know what I mean? We know that. We here. But you won't make if you won't make the same mistake, then fuck it. It don't matter. The only thing that matters is you actively putting that effort into trying, because it don't matter what the fuck she says about you. If every time he look up and you at a track meet, don't nobody even know that you know that what the track meet is, but you show up every time, no matter what you got going on. If you always make time for that man, for that boy, he gonna respect it, because he gonna see it. He gonna see it. I don't put this man through so much shit, and he's still there.
Yep.
Let me get his side of the story.
And that is compounded by ever-changing, swirling, hyper-destructive emotional shifts that come with puberty and changing. And that goes until they're 25. Until the brain is actually fully fucking formed.
Yeah, and that's a true thing, because a lot of times, younger folks, they just be angry and stuff. They mad with the world. They mad with everybody. When you angry, you can't think straight. When you're angry, you can't, see things clearly. So when you get older and mature and you're a lot less angry, you start to see things clearly, see things better. You start maybe wanting to seek out answers and start, asking questions. Well, before I didn't even want to talk to him, or, I didn't even want to ask him why, what happened or why he wasn't there. But you know what? Now I'm going to go ask him. I'm going to see what he say,
And for the love of God, don't make the visit about him. You can't, when you go to his games, don't just like rush him after he's done and be like, that's my boy, blah, 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 blah. You let him know, like, yo, I'm proud of you. I saw the race. I'm very proud of you. And then you have to go. That's going to be the hardest thing you ever have to do in your life, because they need to know that you're there because you want to be there, not just to suck up to them. And because that's all he's gonna see after that. Oh, he's just here because he's kissing, da 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 da. I'd be like, I got things to do. I call off half word, make up a lie. Fuck, he's a kid. Like, it's okay to lie to kids. That's coming from a parent. I know we had this talk earlier. I was gonna disagree with it, but I'm like, fuck it, they kids. Like, lie, and then fucking deal with that shit later. That's my thing on Santa Claus and some other shit. Like, if they ever catch me and my wife fucking, oh no, she was just brushing her teeth. Like, that's not we were just wrestling. I ain't gonna be like, well, it was called the skin in the cat. It's when you get the legs up, like, no, there's a certain amount of lie you need to tell a kid.
I mean, but see, that's where I think we're missing each other. Because I don't necessarily mean that if you see, if your kids walk in on y'all smashing, you're like, oh yeah, I was fucking the shit out your mother. Yeah, I ain't saying shit like that.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that remind me of my pops, man. Like that motherfucker was a cold motherfucker, man. Like, I mean, I literally caught this motherfucker fucking, and he get mad at me. Like, he tell me to go back upstairs and didn't even break stride. I'm like, you nasty motherfucker, you. Like, you fucking in the kitchen. I come downstairs to try to get something to drink. I'm traumatized now. I'm like, God damn, I'm just gonna be thirsty for the rest of the day. I don't want nothing to drink.
The fucked up thing is, I know for a fact that's gonna be like how my kid feels in the future, just because like I know me and my wife, and we're like, if we get a second, we take that second. You know what I mean? Like, we got 2 kids. You get it in where you can fit it in. You dig?
True.
But in my thing, that's what I'm saying, bro. I think that it's a difference between telling somebody the truth and then being an asshole with it. Like, okay, if somebody's watching, I'll give you an example. Somebody's watching Naruto, right? And they in the tuning exam arc, and they like, oh, Sasuke is the most powerful nigga on the show. Can't nobody fuck with him, or Itachi, or whatever they think is the most powerful, right? And then you just sit there, knowing all that you know. You just sit there and you laugh at him. It's like, okay.
Now I ain't gonna lie to you now. Like, I'm a Itachi stan, so I'm gonna be like, of course Itachi is the greatest. He's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Itachi stan, so
You know who Itachi couldn't beat? Not if he wanted to, not if he tried as hard as he could. Mike Guy.
Don't who?
Mike Guy is a god among men. He literally got there through hard work and effort, no genetic gifts, and he literally hole punched through a fucking demigod.
The same way he kicked them, he kicked the shit out of Madara, like the same way Charlie Murphy kicked the shit out of Rick James.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I can't. You know what? I can't. You got it.
And remember,
you got it.
Mike Guy can fight Uchihas because he learned to do that shit by watching how their feet move.
Mm-hmm. He did say
God
that.
The only thing is though, I don't know about that is because what Madara and what Madara specifically that Madara that you're talking about, that Madara versus that guy. If you put Itachi in that situation, Itachi gonna win simply because Itachi can put a genjutsu on you just by pointing at you. Like you don't even have to look at him. You don't have to look at him. He just points and you caught. You know what I'm saying?
That's assuming he can point at where you are.
I mean,
because we all know he's so fast. Like 8 gates, he's literally like not even Madara could keep up. So not even Itachi could keep up.
But he got to get to 8 gates though.
I would say he could do it at 7.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like when niggas trying to go to Super Saiyan 3. You know what I'm saying? Like Goku, he can bust out Super Saiyan 3, but he can't do it mid combo. You know what I'm saying?
You got to scream for like that. Yeah, you got to scream for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, this ain't a Tenkaichi game where you could just charge up between combos and shit.
All right, don't dustin me, nigga. Don't hit me with the dustin. The deflection, goddamn. No, who is BMC? That nigga is the deflection master, boy. I swear for God, that nigga can deflect. But yeah, man, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, bro, you have knowledge that the other person doesn't.
Look in the chat.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
He was like, "Well, I gotta be. Oh shit, is it time to go?"
Look, Ash. I'm not saying you're wrong, but we all know the context of what happened. What really was up with Itachi. Yeah. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? If Itachi really wanted to kill a nigga, I mean, come on now. This nigga literally put his girlfriend, the woman he loved, he put her under infant Tsukuyomi so powerful. She lived out her entire life in a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
That's his genjutsu. Like, so all I'm saying is, if base to base, Itachi. If he hit this nigga with one of his crazy genjutsus, because he got the jump that he hit Orochimaru with. Orochimaru literally a nigga who was crazy genjutsu.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He hit him with some shit that paralyzed his ass. And I don't think God was fucking with that Orochimaru because it took fucking the third Hokage to literally weaken him so nobody else could get fucked up by this nigga. Because I mean, think about it. Orochimaru has all of his jutsu the entire series. That's a deadly motherfucker.
Don't even get me started on the third. All right, you don't want that. This is not that conversation. All right, this is like he's gonna go to bring up his finger, and then fucking my guy's gonna kick him in the back of the head. He's gonna pop his eyes out with one swift fucking hurricane. He's gonna be like, "Hit her!" Eyeballs dangling down like this and shit.
I will admit,
it's gonna be just like when Sasuke tried to fuck with Lee the first time. Whoa, oh, you think I got a fucking shotgun gun? What you gonna do, bitch? He said, "Snoogans." He said, "Where the fuck did he?"
Like I said, I only say that because for what Ash said. I only say that because of the fact that the type of fighters that they are. Madara is not like Itachi. Madara literally will goad on his opponent to see how powerful they are. Mm-hmm. That nigga Itachi if he's trying to get you out of here, he gonna get you out of here.
He just gonna take the quickest way to take you out. Yeah.
And I mean the thing about it is with Itachi, he's more calculated. Like you had a mindless Nagato versus Itachi who could control himself, right? And the mindless Nagato lost only because Itachi literally sat back and all right, it's not Nagato. Let me see how he's fighting, how he's using Nagato's ability. All right, I know how to counter it. Let me counter it. You know what I'm saying? He literally sat back and watched. Like, so Itachi literally is like Naruto with the fact that they both use clones to scope out their opponent power level first, and then they go and act accordingly.
Also, to be fair, I'm going to fight for both sides because it's easy. Itachi has one of the coldest lines in all of Naruto when he's like, "This shit has a weakness. If that weakness is the fact that I exist." Like, oh shit! Like, oh god, how big a dick energy do you have to say something like that? No, it's the perfect jutsu. No, it's got a weakness. Even if it's just because I exist, it's a weakness, baby. Did you? He can say that?
Like who wrote that?
He's Itachi. He's Itachi.
He's
And nobody cared because he's Itachi.
Yeah.
I still think he'll get his dick kicked in by my guy. It wouldn't even. That's my opinion. They never had to fight.
Like I said, it's all. I'm only taking if we take an EMS, not EMS. We're talking about live Itachi, yeah, of course. I mean, he's not gonna have the durability. He's not gonna have He's not gonna have the chakra reserves to really be able to fuck with him as much as he did.
Yeah,
Although that being said, Itachi, right? Though him and Kasami was one of the niggas that was literally going out and fighting, tail beasts, niggas that literally have enormous amounts of chakra.
Yeah.
And they were beating them, and they destroyed all of them except for
Dolo,
the
third.
Gate. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The only reason they didn't kill Killer B was because they was trying to plan a spy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean,
true.
So
they didn't try anything for the record. That was the most ninja ass thing in the entire fucking thing. Like, I'm gonna take this sword, and the whole time Kasami's like,
"You fell into my trap." You know what I'm saying?
Right? Like that was brilliant. That was the most ninja ass shit outside of Shikamaru. I say outside of Shikamaru because
until Boruto, because that's what pissed me off about Shikamaru and Boruto.
That doesn't exist. We don't even talk about that. That's okay.
Okay, you're right. I get you. I ain't gonna lie though. It do got some moments though. It ain't all bad.
I used to read it and it wasn't bad. I stopped.
You definitely should. You stop reading? Oh, bro, it gets so much better.
It got where'd I get to? Shit, that they were with the dude with the choker, and he's got he can just cut anything through one of his little fucking bracelets.
Oh, you're talking about
I'm pretty
Code.
recent, I think. Yeah, Code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know what's been going down since I think the second time they fought in Konoha when they're trying to get what's his nuts.
Well, yeah, with you think you caught up to the newest chapter?
Oh, all right then. Oh, that's right. It's only once a month, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's only once.
Hey, hype!
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, back.
Yo,
welcome back. But that's what we were talking about. I'm sorry, Ice. Did you want to say something?
Oh no, I'm good.
Oh yeah,
Itachi is the GOAT though.
Hey man, I'm sorry, but Itachi cool, right? He dope, but my nigga Nagato getting him out of here.
Oh, I like them both, Nagato and Itachi.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is my nigga Nagato was the only nigga that beat the shit out the main protagonist to the point where that nigga went 6 tails and still beat the shit out of him to the point where he had to get the 9 tails. His daddy.
Right. He had that Super Saiyan
He had to call his daddy.
moment.
Hey, Pappy,
that was
Pappy, do you hear me?
Hey, look, BDV bringing it back.
Didn't he have his mama come out too? Been like, don't worry about
his
mom.
That,
and then Nagato was like, hit her with that I turned her business and sent her.
It was
package.
the 8th tail, I think she came out at, right?
No,
Right?
y'all, no, she came out when he was trying to control the 9 tails.
Oh,
only Minato came out when he rebuilt the seal. Remember?
No, I thought when he hit the fucking 8 tail, his mom.
Yeah, he was the 8 tail. Yeah.
No, it was
his mother came out
after he rebuilt the seal. Yeah, but that was before. That was after he rebuilt the seal. Remember, Naruto spazzed after Hinata got hit. After Pain almost killed Hinata.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Came out, and then he almost went up to 9 because remember Yamato was like, "Oh, it's already at 9. It's too late." But that's when Minato had appeared to Naruto's consciousness, rebuilt the seal, and told him that he was his dad, and then he will have to learn how to control the tail beast one day.
Bro, Naruto punched the hell out of his ass when he met him.
Yo, he socked the shit out of him.
Hadoof. And that brings us back to what we were saying about
Exactly.
fathers and sons. And sometimes if you're coming in late, you got to eat a plate of shit.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it comes down to. And it comes down to this, like a hot plate. All right, you gotta present love like a hot plate. All right, it's good. You need it. You cook stuff on it, but if you leave it too long, it's just gonna burn and nobody wants it.
Like even with my dad before he died, basically, he was like, he showed up like around when I was like 13, 15. And it was, well, to me, I was like, okay, who's this nigga? But the thing is, he was like, yo, I'm ready too late. We're gonna be best friends. I can't do the father son thing. I'm like, all right, I still call you pops though, but out of respect. But we end up being best friends more than like father and son, if anything else.
Mhm.
But that's why I was more sad. It was
Also,
like it's more like losing a best friend than losing a father when he died. I was like, damn.
But then BDV does. See, I don't want to go over that because too often us black men, man, we have to deal with trauma like that. That's traumatic, bro. I mean, I understand that how he wanted to go about it, and it's not. I'm not saying he was wrong for doing that. I'm glad you actually got to meet him and spend time with or whatever. But he's not your friend. That's your father. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be that authoritative figure in your life. For you to know when you fucking up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? What happens typically when we have friends, we typically try not to hurt their feelings.
Nah, he would hurt my feelings. He's like, bro, you getting man titties. So I'm like, what?
No, but see.
No, I know this
that's
story.
different though, because you don't. But see, that's different. See, like even in that right there, right? That's us trying to placate the pain.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We turn that pain into joy, something to laugh about.
Mhm.
Then the next time we get angry, we use it as fuel.
Yeah, because that same day he was like, I'm tell you what, you my son, I'm gonna help you out. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 100 push-ups every week. Every day we're gonna do 100 push-ups, and every week we're gonna do 100 more. Add on to how much you do per day. If you don't finish the 100, you're not eating tonight. Good luck.
Oh my
And so
gosh.
me as a fat chubby kid, I was like, I was doing the truffle shuffle, from the Goonies.
So
I was like, so no
really
dinner.
I
quick,
still can.
I gotta go. I didn't realize what time it was. The kids gotta get to sleep.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. It was great to have you, Vallen. We could definitely do this
Yeah.
again, man.
It was nice
Yep.
meeting you.
yeah, nice meeting you too, bro.
Super dope meeting you guys. Hype, it was great to see you. I'm glad to see you healthy, baby. We gotta keep this shit up. And Payne, I'm gonna do one of my mental health ones in like a couple of weeks or two.
Just let me know.
I'm gonna get at you.
Yeah, just let me know.
And if you guys are interested, I'll send you the link and shit. Like, we can talk. I'll figure stuff out. But
I'm
I'm
interested.
gonna do.
Want to plug your
gonna-
channel? Go ahead and
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. That's not what I'm here to do.
I mean, I ain't
But
saying
I'm
that
here
you need
do-
to. I'm just saying, just do it. You know what I mean? Some
I'm
people
gonna
might.
break off. I'm gonna dust off the old. What was it? The old final thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
That I used to
You
do.
gotta bring it around, man. Come on,
Wait a minute,
Vallen.
I gotta say it first.
These young's legendary, man. These
Life happens in
Vallen
every
send-off
direction.
legendary.
And before
I was
hype things can
thinking-
jump in, remember life happens in every direction. So let's keep an open heart and an open mind. All right. But tonight, this conversation, while dotting off into the realms of anime, parenthood, advice for everything you could really need for the day, we struck upon a core thing, and that is that humans are humans. There's still that little bit of lizard brain that makes us protect ourselves when maybe we don't always need to. There's still that little bit of fear from somebody hurting us that makes us treat the next person just a little bit worse, just so they can't hurt you. And we're taking steps towards addressing that. Just speaking about it and having this conversation is proof enough that we're moving in that direction. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot of broken eggs, but omelets are delicious. So here we are, breaking some eggs, having the conversation. You know what I mean?
I don't like onions in my omelet.
That's my motherfucking nigga right there. See, that's how you. That's that shit right there. Yes.
No phone. All right, y'all. I gotta go. This little boy done.
All right.
Peace.
All right.
But and with rap, I mean, I was gonna wrap it up soon anyway. But I just wanted to get everybody's final thoughts. Like I said, for me, I think this was a great conversation. Honestly, I really just wanted to have everybody come in and get different people's opinions because you only learn by listening. You only learn by doing.
Mhm.
So every day try to listen a little more. Every day try to do a little bit more
Mhm.
to be that person that you want to be.
And for some people, they don't know, like they're just been listening and hearing. Hearing, you just wait for your turn to speak, and then listening, you're actually listening and interacting with the other person.
And you're absorbing information.
Exactly.
And that's all you need to do. If you are a human being, if you are living, you need to do everything that you possibly can to absorb and retain as much information as humanly possible, because there is never too much information.
Mm-hmm.
There's bad information. There's information that knowing it can get you killed, but it's never such thing as having too much information.
Yeah. Unless you're an alchemist and female alchemist, then
See, every day, all the time, we got to bring it back to the goat. You know what I mean?
yeah. Don't like. There's always information. Just don't be a shout tucker.
Wow, you dead ass?
Mm.
You dead ass? He had to say chow. All right.
Yeah, because he took information with the wrong way with it.
Exactly.
Good point. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a shitty father.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, and like I said, anything else anybody else wanted to say? Katie, you want to say anything?
I say, if anything, man, if you can, find your people, man. You're not alone. And I guess in order for you to receive that information, especially like the information that'll help you grow in the direction that you wish to grow in, per se, don't be afraid to get out your comfort zone. You just find your people,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I 100% agree. Ice, you anything you want to say?
Yeah, I would say.
Well, go ahead and close us out then.
Well, I would say just don't be afraid to listen to people's criticisms. Even if it's about you or about things that you're doing. Sometimes learning, what you're doing wrong or how can you do something better can help you grow. So, the hardest thing that people can do really is, look at themselves and look at their flaws. So don't be afraid to do that every once in a while. It's always good to see where you're lacking and where you can do better, because we can always do better. There's always somewhere where we can improve, even if you feel like you at the biggest moments of your life or you making the most money that you'll ever make, there's always, somewhere you can improve it. And so just don't be afraid to, when someone's coming along telling you that, don't be so quick to shut them down. Sometimes listen to what they have to say.
All right.
Well spoken. Well spoken. I would really like to thank out everybody that came out. Like the stream, subscribe if you're not already, but I'm pretty sure you already are. But again, thank everybody for coming out. It was great to have these conversations. We're gonna do this more often.
Yeah.
Because these conversations need to be had. People need to actually say what's real, and bringing it to light and actually having a conversation in a cohesive way where everybody's just screaming at each other, where people can actually actively listen and actively respond.
Mm-hmm.
Life is a book, man. We just living out the chapters. We just don't know what's on the next page. So with that being said, man, I bid you all adieu. It's been Pay.
All right. Definitely good talking with y'all. Peace.